Hello. Welcome home. Sometimes the silence is so nice that you just kind of want to stay on it, and then you realize, damn, but you're recording a video. So, yeah, well, maybe one day I'll do a silence video for y'all to enjoy the silence together. Yes. Welcome everybody. Week 2, walking around the world with a meal, with you, with the family, the community of conscious creators. And welcome to this walk to love, because we're walking it together. Yeah, this week has been great. Just to give you context of where I am, well, I'm basically right now in South Portugal, in a place called Casela Vela, and I have built myself a very beautiful hut, as you've seen, just from things around the dunes. And I've spent the whole day here, reading and pretty much doing nothing. And it's great. Yeah, I burned myself a little bit. It's been a very warm week. Actually, this is great things. Now, it's funny because now you start to hear people say, "Fuck, it's too warm." So now people start to complain about the sun. A few weeks ago, it was like, "Oh, it's so stormy and rainy." People will always complain, but nevertheless, I'm grateful that the sun is out. It's been warmer to walk, for sure. Burned myself more, got some nice tan, looking dark. And but it's fun with the sun, because you can dry things. It's very useful with the solar panel. I can charge everything is charged all the time, especially the phone that I'm using very much. Hello, how are you? How are you been? Yeah. Hey, how are you? How are you? Sorry, I didn't introduce the guest for today. Here we have Gizmo Lole, Gizmo, and Ocean, the homies that have been chilling with me today. Yeah, I'm recording a podcast, bro. Sit down, please. Siéntate. Okay, he will stay there and he will stay there. That's great, yeah? Okay, guys. Sorry. No, just life happening. So, yeah, what I was saying is that this week I walked for 2-3 days, as you've seen in my shorts, and I managed to walk around 30 kilometers in these 2 days, and what a beautiful journey. So the week before that, we ended up where I recorded the first week podcast. We ended up in a hippie beach, just living with amazing people. We arrived there spontaneously, had met a friend, and we happened to go to this beach to spend the night. And then I thought I would start walking the next day, but happens that the vibe there was so good. Everything was so beautiful. We started jamming. Like, literally, we put out the table from the van, many chairs, and people and travelers and all types of people started to join. And we put food, and then the music came, and the dance, and the fire, and so on, like 7 days. And it was just so beautiful, so healing. And on top of all that, there was a surfboard that I could use for free, and there was so good waves. So, like, yeah, it is part of the walk too, to really enjoy a certain place, not to always be moving to the next destination to complete a certain amount of kilometers. I don't think this walk is about that, because one of the reasons I decided to start was also to travel slow, to see more, to experience more, to actually have the time to see, the small details that life always is showing us, all the miracles that life has. And it was a great lesson for me to just allow myself to be in this place for 1 week, to allow this feeling of joy and love and unity with these strangers that I had there, and not to rush to get back to the walk, to walking. And so it was a big realization to see that this is the walk. This is the walk where I get to experience communities, people, places like that, and being them. That it isn't only about walking and making sure that I'm moving from one place to another all the time, but also, receiving the energy that the places you go to have, being open enough and allowing yourself to receive that. So I learned this, and I received so much. I received and I gave, and it was like a whole thing there that I really, really cool. If you guys ever in Portugal, I would recommend you to go to this beach. Just DM me on Instagram or something if you want to know the location. Because I'd rather keep it secret, the name. The ones that are subscribed to my newsletter already know the name. But for the vast public, if you really want to go and you're interested in the energy and the vibe is there, I'll share this for you, because it's open for everyone. Just that it's such a unique place, that it's so beautiful that not everyone knows about it. So yeah, after this, it was a complete disconnect from society, from the world. My dad was calling me thinking I was lost or something had happened to me, which I understand. I also learned to maybe communicate with him that if I'm gonna disconnect for some days, or to let the loved ones know a bit, and not just like completely escape reality. But anyways, after this week, I regained connection, talked to my dad, explained him the whole experience, and he was like, "Why didn't you stay longer?" I was like, "Dad, come on, like, you were so worried about me." Anyways, this day we got to, that was, I think, Sunday or Monday. And then after, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I walked, and I started, Monica drove me to the exact same spot that I stopped last week, and I walked there. And in this walk, she joined me with the dogs. It was beautiful to also walk with her, to feel some company, and to also, I don't know, I felt like I was showing her, like, look, we can walk together. And what's funny enough is that she's much more of a walker than me. Like, I like walking, but she loves walking, and Gizmo too. And me and Ocean are a bit more lazy with walking, So, it's funny enough that at the end, we're gonna be the ones walking. Yeah, Ocean will probably join soon. There's the guy, the blonde dog. Yeah. That's fun as fuck. And so she joined. It was beautiful. We had a really nice time, and some difficulties also with the cart. We were going up and down the mountains, and there was a downhill like this, and it was really hard to get the cart. The cart is probably like 10-15 kilos, and to go downhill, it can be very complicated sometimes, because you have like all this weight on wheels pulling you down, and especially if it's super steep. I needed to zigzag, and we needed to get creative with some ropes and really go slowly, because the moment we let go, the cart goes, and sayonara baby, you know what I'm saying? So all went good. It was a challenge, but I love it. I love these challenges because I am able to use my creativity, and it also feels like a bit exciting. Like, okay, like how can we do this? How can we do hard things together? You know, matter of fact, you know, with my friends, with my partner, with my family, I love doing hard things together because once you get over them, you have a certain, your trust level, your communication level, your relationship grows in ways that you know, if everything was easy, then it would maybe stay the same, you know. But really going and doing hard training, or you know, maybe you're going through a tough challenge, you really learn to communicate, to see each other, to trust each other, and to value each other as well. So it was beautiful to do this with her. And after that, she walked the way back. I continued walking to a little city called Carapateira. I camped in outdoors in a farm with cows and sheep and many dogs. And in the morning, woke up and continued walking. And the second day, I met a lovely girl from Paris. She was also walking. She's a walker, actually. She identifies as a walker because she's walked Santiago, the Camino de Santiago from Spain and from France and from Portugal. So yeah, it was really cool to hear her stories, to walk with someone else that I don't know, and also a walker. And a lot of walkers that are walking now in Portugal, they're walking this trail called the Fisherman's Trail or Camino Vicentino. And it's a very beautiful walk. It's basically the walk I'm doing now, just that my walk will continue after that. But I definitely recommend, if you want to get into walking or just like traveling in a slower pace, to try this Camino Vicentino. I would 100% recommend, with a tent, or you can sleep in hostels. And the views, the landscapes, the weather, it's amazing. And normally spring, autumn could be the best time to do it. So anyways, I'm in this Fisherman's Trail with this Paris girl and meeting other walkers, also stopping in really small villages. Landscapes are blooming with flowers and birds singing. The sun is super warm, and I need to rest and take shadow under the trees for like at around 12 to 2 o'clock because it's really, really warm. And I continue walking. And I continue walking into like actually not following this Fisherman's Trail. And the funny part about this trail is that you don't really need to follow every step. There's markings, green and blue, and there are other ways to get around. At the end, you end up in the same sort of little towns that complete this trail. So I decided to discover a beach and came to this beach, and on the way there was also another walker. She was a bit injured with some blisters and needed to help her, so got the first aid kit. I haven't ever opened it. I was like, maybe I got you, you know? So I opened everything and I was like, do you need this? Do you need that? Do you need this? That? And gave her everything, and she got what she needed. It happens that she was like a marine biologist that is working to protect marine life. And it was interesting because I did the same in Galapagos 2016. So she was very fascinated about the stories I had to tell, and I was very fascinated about the stories she had to tell. So we connected, and she lives around in Portugal, and it's really cool. She invited me to her house. I wasn't able to go because I was on the walk, but for next time, I'm definitely sure we will meet. And also it was so beautiful because he was just a stranger that we crossed paths with big smiles, and there was a connection, you know? So it's so beautiful how in this journey there's also this openness to, talk to other people, to be out there and connect with nature, with people, with the places, and also with my own being. And I'm very grateful for this. Last year I remember a lot of my thoughts were like, get out there, be out there, be there, be out. Expose yourself, be seen, be heard. Yes, this is important. Just like when you were a baby, you wanted to be seen, be heard. There's nothing wrong with this. So yeah, sometimes being these babies is fun. It's important to bring us to this inner child, this baby essence of ours that has fun, that knows, that hasn't forgotten where we come from, that knows love, wants love, knows it's loved, it deserves love. So again, all these people showing up, it sort of connects, and it's a mirror of myself, of okay, we're connecting here, there's love there. Yeah, sometimes I want to be alone, sometimes I don't want people, but then I meet people and then it's okay, so I can have a balance, and I'm figuring it out still. I don't know if figuring out is the right word, or if we ever figure it out. I feel like it's more like we can experience and see and be. We don't need to figure out anything. It's not like life is a problem. Life just is. So maybe we can stop seeing life as a problem to figure out. That's a good quote, eh? Yeah. So yeah, that was the week. And yes. So then after connecting with this girl, I followed the path. And what I love about walking is that you're walking there, and then the horizon shows up, and then boom, a surprise. A new beach was on the horizon this time, and it was a beach that was so much contrast. The green, it had the black rocks that looked like Hawaii. And then the closer I got, when I got to see the sea, I was like, whoa, they're surfers. And I noticed how it was just like local Portuguese cars coming to surf there. So it was local surfers, secret spot to surf, and I was just like, yep, here I'm staying. And yeah, so I stayed there, and I told Annika to come with the van. She was camping for 2 days. I didn't see her, and then we met again in this spot, and we enjoyed the whole day. The next day we needed to drive to Faro, as she is flying to Montenegro, and right now she is there and I am here. So right now this week I am back taking care of the van and with the dogs. It's also a commitment and responsibility, and I love to do it. So I can pause the walk for some time as she enjoys her travels and I enjoy my journey here, and then when she comes back, continue walking. So yeah, after Faro, I drove to this place. Castela Vela is one of the first places we drove here in Portugal, where we also met a really cool group of friends. It's very unique, very nature, very just small and slow pace kind of vibe. And yeah, I will be in the van this week, planning actually to go into mid Portugal, between the border of Portugal and Spain, as there is something happening. There's a gathering happening of beautiful people. Some of the people I met in this beach I told you guys about are there, and this is a community and a gathering of amazing travelers, hippies, artists, musicians happening in this part. It's called the Rainbow Gathering, and I didn't know about this until everyone asked me, are you going? What is this? What is that? When is it? When is it? And apparently you can only get like an invite to go, and you get an invite if people feel your energy, and if it's like literally word of mouth invitation. So I got invited by the friends, and I want to go experience this for the week, for the next week with the van, experience what this is about, what there is, who is there, and just be there also. Again, disconnect a little bit from the world to bring some creation into the essence, and have a balance as well from, creating externally and also creating internally. I often find myself in a position of wanting to document and create so much for myself and for you guys, and sometimes in the process of doing of this creation, then sometimes the focus is all on that, and I sometimes forget to also experience, to breathe in and come to the present moment that I am here now, enjoying this place, hearing what there's around, seeing what there is, smelling, really grounding myself in the places that I am, really hearing other people and connecting in other ways than digitally. I think the digital leverage is beautiful, and all the family that is watching this, all this family that we've created here is so beautiful. Without these tools it wouldn't be. But also, experiencing life itself is also beautiful. So where is the balance, right? It's not that one is good or one is bad. It's just where can you find balance? Yes. So yes, family, this was gonna be. Maybe I make a video for week 3 about this experience. It won't be so much about the walk, but I'm posting still some reels on, what is my budget. Check it out. I just posted today a reel on the budget. What's my budget as I walk? Thinking other ideas of showing you guys what equipment I'm using, and I don't know. Let me know down below what other ideas you guys would like me to explain and share with you. I want to be transparent and really document and share everything with you guys out here, and just update you. As you're following this journey, you're really supporting me by watching and hearing this. And yeah, guys, if you want to support me, just make sure to check out my shorts or Instagram reels, subscribe to my newsletter. I talk about and write about the self, why you're here, why life, and how you can live a more fulfilling life, out of all the lessons that I learned. And yeah, watching, commenting, liking, that's the biggest support for me. Thank you very much. Cool projects coming up, cool creations that I want to share with you and build with you. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Week 2, see you next week. I love you. Agape.